So I gotta tell you, what we did for High Loser of the Week every week. They 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 lace they put over your head a Mardi Gras bead if you were the highest loser of the week. And I went, I don't know how many weeks losing every week. And I have enough of those Mardi Gras beads. I decorate my Christmas tree.
Nice.
There you go.
I use my beads for tie
No, you
back.
burn them. Decorate your tree.
Nice. I use them
I'll
to
put my
tie back my curtains.
shield up.
Okay, let's start. Jessica, you want to take care of the mute? Did you want to do the tops pledge and I'll do the cops pledge?
Oh, let me get it. Hold on.
Let me go bring it to you.
Thank you.
Okay, you start. And then I'll take it so I can do my house pledge. Oh, because you're meeting everybody. Okay, I'm done.
You're recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to TOPS PA South Central of 729 Zoom meeting. TOPS pledge is, I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions and not let my emotions control me. Every time I am tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I will take up pounds sensibly. And my mom's gonna run back to the kitchen to do hers.
And I just realized, because I've been reading my cops pledge from my bank book, it's wrong. It's the old version. Okay, I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I'm tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I am to be an example as I keep off pounds sensibly. There's in the bank book, I have an older one from 2015. It has a couple more lines in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You need to cross them out.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Hey, Linda from Laceyville. And she's muted. That's fine. I finally got my magazine. I finally got them, and I love it. I absolutely love it. But I'm not gonna do. And I also like they have one of their Learn It and Live It, the Building Belief. I'm definitely doing that one next week. It's basically it's the mind over matter that we've been doing with the in the past month or so. But I like the one that's stuck at the scale on page 22 if you have your magazine.
It's in the other room.
That's okay. I can read, and I can even give Jessica a copy so she can read. I know I have many copies. At least 2. Okay. This one, stuck at the scale, set point theory could be one explanation. The set point theory suggests that our bodies function best when certain factors, like body temperature, essential to life, stay within a specific range. Set point theory includes the amount of fat in the body, also known as fat mass, as such an essential factor, and tries to maintain it in a narrow range. The weight range is called set point. This is something I've never heard of, so this is interesting. And there's a glare on my page. Okay. According to set point theory, when we start weight loss activities such as dieting, our bodies will fight to maintain weight through an internal control mechanism located in a part of the brain called the hypothalamus. Changes in weight through diet can be detected by this part in the brain through signals coming from decreasing amount of fat mass. These signals are mainly considered to be from the hormones produced by the fat. Once received, the brain responds by adjusting to keep the status quo. These adjustments include increasing hunger and slowing metabolic rate, energy expenditure, which results in regaining weight. Per set point theory, similar signals also are sent when we gain weight, resulting in a decrease in how much we eat and an increase in how many calories our bodies burn, thus keeping weight in a narrow range. And that didn't sound right. Okay. The evidence for set point theory. The idea of a certain mechanism in the brain controlling fat mass is attractive, and many factors give it credibility. 1, scientists discovered a hormone called leptin produced by fat that affects hunger centers in the brain. They found that weight loss decreased leptin levels from the fat and then in turn increased hunger and decreased metabolism. This caused weight gain. 2, since obesity is highly genetic, set point theory presented a perfect explanation of an internal mechanism that destines a family to overweight or obese. 3, several experimental studies in humans showed that dieting or excessive eating result in people losing or gaining weight. However, once dieting or overfeeding stops, that's a polite way of saying overfeeding, really polite, the person easily returns to the original weight. I've seen that in me.
Yep.
Oh yeah. 4, further studies showed that metabolism decreases in response to dieting and weight loss, again pointing to a mechanism in the human body that resists changes in weight. That's why the set point model is often used to explain the common phenomenon of weight regain following weight loss. Unanswered questions. As elegant as this explanation was for many weight-related observations, set point theory has not been able to explain the environment's role in our food intake and weight gain. There have been no changes in the hereditary potential of obesity over the decades. No reason to suspect set point biology has changed. However, obesity rates keep going up. If a strong biological system such as set point exists, then shouldn't it protect us from the effects of environment, such as the abundance of food or reduced physical activity that marks our modern lives? Studies suggest that obesity arises in times of plenty because of a shift in the set point. But if a set point can change based on the environment, then it doesn't seem like much of a set point. Another contradiction, while leptin levels are high in people with obesity, the effect of their elevated leptin levels on hunger and weight seem non-existent. The level of leptin being such an important signal between fat and the brain doesn't seem convincing, since no effect was seen on when leptin was used to treat obesity. Bottom line, it's true that a number of factors result in regaining weight after weight loss. However, it's not clear whether it's due to set point or the result of much more accepted explanation known as metabolic adaptation. Metabolic adaptation is a term used for the overall response of our bodies when we are faced with weight loss and other environmental issues. At this time, the jury is still out on set point theory, and much more research is ongoing to precisely understand these forces to weight loss and regain.
That was a lot of scientific
For
mumbo jumbo.
basically saying you're not using your tools, so you're
Yep.
gaining your weight.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it was interesting, but it's like,
Blah blah.
English,
no.
please, English, please, English, please.
Yeah, we read that at our chapter meeting last week,
It's
and
like,
we kind of got that there is no set point.
there is no set point, right? And it's a theory.
Yeah.
Basically, to me, it's like somebody's trying to validate their job. Basically, to me, it's like we give you the tools, you use the tools, you lose weight. You stop using the tools, Russian roulette, are you gonna gain it back in there? And to me, I stopped using the tools the correct way, and I started gaining weight back. So now I'm very good, and I'm using my tools, and in leeway. So we're good. It's like, so what is, how about everybody else's theory or opinions on why we are yo-yoing in our, me, a lot of it's the stress. I yo-yo because of stress.
Yeah, exactly.
Stress is my number one.
Stress, boredom, whatever.
Emotional eating, big time emotional eating. Anybody else? Tammy? You're muted.
I have a very set schedule and a very set diet, and my goal is very set. I do, however, go on the high end sometimes at night, and I just counteract it. And it's the only time it's late at night. I notice that it fluctuates, and but I'm right back down where I need to be in the morning. It's I don't understand this whole theory of how it works.
Right.
Oh dear.
I don't think many people do.
What I'm doing is working, and it's different for everybody.
It is. Like we say, everybody's journey is different. Not everybody's stressors are the same. Like my stressors are different from my daughter's stressors. Big time. I'm her stressor. She's my stressor. She agrees.
Find if you can find a way to handle those stresses, and instead of going for that refrigerator to do something positive.
Or the coffee pot.
No, I gave that up too.
Oh, I did, and it came back.
I attempted it every once in a while. I have a cup, but it does nothing for me, so I'm done with it, and it's the best thing. I slowly got off of it, and it was good because
I haven't convinced myself yet.
3 sugars to a cup of coffee. Not good. So glad to be done with it.
Molly, you have any thoughts?
Well, I just like you said, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you're going to gain it back. And unfortunately, I'm living that all the time.
Yeah.
You got to turn it around and then it comes back off. It's just a matter. But I think the more you, like they always say, what's that 21-day
to make it a habit.
I don't know if I believe that, because like I started drinking water, but I'm always forcing myself to drink it. But and then as soon as you stop, like it takes me forever to start again. So like try not to stop at all.
Yeah, I mean, if you're having to force yourself to drink water, it's not going to become a habit. It's going to become a chore.
Yeah.
You know, if you have to force yourself.
Is the right word. I guess I just like it's not just like, oh, I'm going to have water or whatever. I guess I'm not really forcing myself, because it's kind of become my drink of choice now, I guess.
I grew up. Who's talking? I can't.
I'm sorry. That's all I drink is water. And what I do is add lemon, fresh squeezed lemon to my ice cubes.
Oh.
That's really
ice cubes. Okay, yeah. I'll try it that way this time. Because I grew up on Adirondack water straight from the spring, so I do not like Pennsylvania water at all. And bottled water is like, ugh. Not that good either.
I have well water, so.
I grew up on well water too, and I loved it. And it was just so cold coming out of the spigot.
Yeah.
I have well water too. I like our water. And I don't like adding anything to mine. I just like it plain.
Well, then you have some nice water. Pennsylvania water's terrible.
I know. I've tasted some well water. It's like, oh, how can you guys even drink this?
Well, we have city water. So it's going through the purification plant.
Do you know lemon water is supposed to aid in your digestion? So it helps with your metabolism.
My son likes the cucumber infused water.
Yep.
He'll put cucumbers in it, drink at night, and drink it in the morning.
Yep, that's good.
Any thoughts, Julia?
I drink water See, I drink, you ever try water with electrolytes in it?
Yep. It's
Well,
got a better.
This water here is Simple Truth, and it is like the slickest water there is on the market.
I don't think I've ever, is it just in your area? I've never heard of it.
Do you have like, it's Kroger or?
No, we don't have Kroger.
Just, I think maybe even Jewel. Just Google your stores, but it's Simple Truth.
Simple Truth? I'll have to write it down.
Yeah. And if you don't like drinking water, you might like this because I don't know. I know water's supposed to be water, but I think different waters taste different.
It's the also the pH of the water. If I have to make sure I get one that's at least 9 pH because otherwise it kills my stomach. But I mean, I've noticed a lot of the waters are very, very rough.
Yeah,
they need to be.
I like reverse osmosis water.
Yep.
Vapor water. Those are
vapor water.
Yeah, that's actually what this is vapor water.
It's also called distilled.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So.
Yeah.
Vapor distilled.
Yep, distilled. Did somebody's phone just buzz?
Yeah, it
wasn't. Mine's in the other room, so it's not me.
Well, Jessica's on the phone. It was probably her phone buzzed.
Yeah.
But anybody back to chapter besides Jess and I?
We've been back since June 1st.
I only have 11 out of 25 back. But I've got some really big chapters too, and we're back down. The governor said no more than 25 people. And I've got chapters with 50 people.
50?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's such a thing.
There are a lot of people are working, meeting in churches, and the churches aren't open yet. They won't let them in.
They won't let them in. Some are saying the end of the year maybe, and crazy.
It is.
Church, but our numbers are low in Maine, so we're back. This will be my third week back tomorrow night.
Nice.
But there's fear that it could close at any time.
Right. I mean, I'm seeing, my husband's telling me that all these, like the baseball players, they're being tested and they're being tested positive. So, I mean, what are they supposed to do? They shouldn't have started the season. I don't know why. It's like the players are getting tested positive. It's scary. I mean,
we want to get back to normal so bad, and we really.
Yeah, this is our new normal, and I really don't like it.
Nope. I hate it.
No. But okay, couple things. Any advice, because this will be our third meeting for our new chapter. And how do you what in your chapters, you guys use the meetings set in the magazine or what?
Whatever.
Because I went to a chapter day before yesterday. They don't use task programs at all. It's like, okay. It's like, wow.
And how do they know that it's true and vetted and all good?
I know.
Yeah.
A lot of them come from the magazines or headquarters.
Yeah.
Program.
Yes. It's
Did they say why they don't use any of the top?
No, they said, well, once in a while. I said, well, make that once in a while all the time. It's like
at least once a month.
Yeah. My thing is, we pay for tops. We know it's researched, and we do our own research. We know this is what tops is, has validated. Why go use the internet and trust what's on the internet?
Yeah, or a newspaper article or a magazine article or Yeah.
That was the hardest thing to convince people. It's like, but why'd you join TOPS if you don't believe in what they're saying? And they just couldn't answer me.
Because they're a social club.
Yes, it's a social club. It is a social
I gotta go
club.
to club tonight. I gotta go to club tonight and see my girls.
It's like, yeah, but okay. Now incentive, I guess, Tammy.
How do we get the word out about TOPS? I was in my doctor's office today, and they never heard of it. The doctors don't hear of TOPS. They also say that's a very old program. I said, well, it's still around.
Yep.
Strong.
Well, you can get
Here.
That's an older one.
No, this is this year's.
Oh, then I have the old one.
This is this year's, I believe.
Oh no, I have a bunch.
Not the day one. This is Healthy and Active. That's different.
Right, but that looks like.
I think that one you have is 2017-18.
Could be. I got my stack up there.
Let me get the new one.
Where's my new stack at? Hang on.
Okay, here. This one. Yes, got it. You can. I have virtual background.
I just had I had a couple of old ones on top of the new ones.
But we have, as I ordered stuff through my coordinator to get stuff, and they are not sending us any Healthy and Active. They wouldn't send my coordinator any Healthy and Active at all.
First time I've ever seen it.
So, but on our wellness checklist, we're supposed to give several copies to the chapter so that they can bring, but they're not giving any to us.
Okay, so you guys don't know what this is? Tammy, you don't know what this is? Okay, this is a magazine that TOPS puts out once a year, and it is old TOPS news articles. So
it's like the best of. Like
some of last year's articles. And then if the doctor wants it in the doctor's office, they just fill out this form, and they get a box of 25 of them.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah. So what I've been doing the last couple of years, and I don't know if it's with the COVID and everything, but I haven't had any new cops anyway. But when I get a new cops, and I have the doctor's goal slip, and I have the doctor's address and all that, I send them a nice letter and a copy of the magazine for new cops only, so that they can send that off and get a box. So I have no clue if they do it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
so you send it to the doctor?
I send it to the doctor's office, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
And also you can get, if you have your advocates nearby, or you can order or even print out the flyers that you can put up with your meeting time and stuff in the grocery store and stuff. But at this point, no, at least in my state, no one will let you leave magazines. Yeah, those are the flyers. And there's also one that has the tabs with the number on it.
I got that one too. The old flyers, like the little packets, they're just a little strip. They're about that big, and they're just a little strip.
Yeah, and that's got the tabs on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I leave them at the grocery store or Starbucks because it's a nonprofit. You give it to the manager and let her know it's a nonprofit. It's the only way to let you put it up in Starbucks. It's got to be nonprofit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of this stuff they're not doing because of COVID, so they're not putting out flyers. They're not putting out magazines and all that kind of stuff. So
they don't want the magazines.
Cross-contamination right now.
Right. And a lot of chapters, they don't want to actively get new members yet. Maybe starting next year, because they really don't want to have to, you know, if they have too many new ones, which would be a nice thing. They couldn't do their social distancing. They'd get overcrowded.
We're in a big room. It's a big room, and there's this. I mean, it's enormous. The tables are just spread out, and it's
Right.
a big rectangular. They're wide apart. They're welcoming my friend in. She's joining tomorrow night.
Nice.
It's
Yes.
exciting.
That'd be nice. Yeah, like our the one member that joined, and then the next day we were shelter at home. She has decided she wants to be a publicity volunteer, and she's basically had 3 meetings in the last 4 months. She wants to be a publicity, because I said, and she's doing all this stuff. She's like, I want to be a walking advertisement at the top. So I gave her a couple of my shirts, and it's like, why don't you do this? So I gave her the video on tops.com, tops.org about publicity volunteers. She's like, I can do that. I was like, cool.
Yeah. But really, they want somebody who has either lost their weight, their COPS, or they've lost a significant amount. And she's just started, so
she's lost 20 pounds.
Oh, that's good.
She lost 19 pounds during quarantine 19.
Yep.
Yay!
Yes.
You gave her a special certificate for that one, didn't you?
Oh, heck yes. Heck yes. I even, I took a bunch of pictures. She's like, I'm going to cry. It's like, don't cry.
I know. I just opened my mail just right before I came in here, and I had a COPS goal change. But there's a big old problem with it. Her goal is 168. Her goal change is to 155, which is 13 pounds, which throws her out of leeway.
Oh, yeah.
So they haven't had she was in leeway before the shutdown. She comes back and she's almost to the new goal. So she's out of leeway. Yeah. And she's trying to change her goal now. I'm like, oh, God, we can't do this.
Yeah. You can only basically lower it 7 pounds at a time.
Well, that's the safe way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you lower it, like if she does this, and she presented it to chapter on the 23rd, she's technically got 2 weeks to get to that new goal.
Yeah.
So she can't get another 1.8 pounds off in a week, then she's lost status.
Oh, yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch. Yeah, my biggest problem, I am 0.2 from the bottom of my leeway as of last Saturday. So it's like, okay, my dog Jessica's saying, you better eat some more food. Don't lose any more weight.
I did tonight.
Wait, so how does that work? So like I'm like right now, like let's say yesterday was our meeting, which it wasn't. I would have essentially been at goal. So then I have that leeway if I ended up claiming COPS. Am I only able to go, if I wanted to change my goal weight, I can only change it to the bottom of my leeway?
That would be
no,
the safe
you
way.
You can change it just a couple of pounds if you want to.
Okay.
That's the safe way to do it.
Yeah, but it's voluntary. If you do not, if you reach goal, but you know
COPS,
you're going to go down farther, don't claim COPS. Just claim at goal.
Gotcha.
Don't do it officially until you've decided what your weight that you want to be at is.
Yeah.
Because I did 20 pounds at a time. So I've had 3 goals.
Oh, sorry.
And I finally claimed COPS after the 3rd goal.
My biggest problem is I'll reach it, and then I'll go like 2 pounds later, and then the next day I'm literally like 6 pounds above, and I'm like, so I'm like, that's not claimed goal yet.
No, that's why back in the old days you had to stay in your leeway for 13 weeks before you could become a COPS.
Oh wow!
Wow.
So it was like September was a big time for people to try to get to goal. Right. Because then they had 13 weeks until the end of December in order to be a COPS. So I have a lot of my people that are 25, 30 year COPS. Their anniversary time is December.
So when you're a COPS, you can change your goal weight as often as you want, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it used to cost $5. Now it doesn't cost anything, so you might as well change it as much as you want.
Oh, wow.
I still have chapters sending Sally the $5.
Oh, yeah. Me too. I just void the check and I send it back to them.
Yep.
I'd like to keep it for myself, but that would not be good.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Any other questions? Julia, you're quiet today.
I'm listening.
Okay, you're absorbing.
Yeah, I take notes while you guys are talking.
Ah,
Nice.
So how many are cops here
me.
tonight?
I am.
And
And Jessica's at goal weight, but she hasn't claimed it.
I won't claim it yet, just because of how bad I flux. So I'm trying to figure out as far as like what I can eat, especially with starting tops. Like I figured out a lot that I can't eat, but I'm really bad with, I don't want to say all carbs, but like all bread and rolls and stuff like that. So even if I eat one bite of toast at work and I'm at goal that morning, I will no longer be at goal by the end of the day because I will bloat so bad.
Yeah, I would be careful for a while.
Yeah. All foods fit, but not all bodies react the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've discovered that.
Yeah. But non-scale victory, I put on shorts that were really tight last week, and I have to wear a belt today, so that's really cool.
Yes,
I
it
put it on
is.
to walk out, and I'm like, dude, my pants are falling down. I gotta go get a belt.
So my leader thought I was out of my leeway last week. She said, "You're out of your leeway. You're out." I'm like, "I'm out. I'm not out." She didn't know where my goal slip was. I figured that out for myself. My coordinator has my goal slip. I had changed it back in June, and if it wasn't for that second book, she would have had me out of my leeway.
Wow.
My second weight recorder said, "No, it's right here. It's on the change date. It's right here." So, but here's something that you get when you're a cop.
Yep.
And I'm showing it to her.
Yeah, I laminated mine.
That I changed my goal weight. You what? Laminated it. Yeah. So.
Otherwise, it'd be destroyed.
Why? What do you use it for?
Oh, a big reminder. I don't want to lose it. Figuratively and literally.
It's protection. It's headquarters. It's right from headquarters, and that's my proof that there it is. I changed my goal weight without having to bother the coordinator.
Yeah.
But Sharon, you said that it's okay that she crossed off that top and changed I don't know. My weight recorder, the second weight recorder, I asked her tonight, and she said no, she was in the wrong. She shouldn't have touched that paperwork. So I'm going to get it fixed.
Yeah. It's just confusing for the coordinator when she gets it and starts checking COPS charts. Because there's a little box. Can you see the little box right side?
And I was told it's my responsibility as a cop to be on top of that.
This is hard to do. So that box says goal change. And that's where you put the goal change. Not up at the top. The top right there is 168.
Information on the top.
Yeah. They do that.
My goal weight on the top.
They do that. Nah. It's not going to penalize you or anything. It's just makes for a messy chart.
We didn't have a messy chart last year. We had a perfect resume. So
very nice. Very nice.
Oh, I think I would have no perfect resumes if I counted COPS charts in there because they're always wrong.
That's not good.
Well, you're supposed to fill everything in. So it's supposed to be your highest weight recorded, your state, your year, your TOPS member number, your original starting date, your goal weight, your leeway, your birthday. Well, birthday I'm not too big about. Like this one here has your membership lapse during the year. It's not checked. Female is checked. Have you had weight loss surgery? That's not checked. So I would be checking this stuff. Check.
Thank you for the advice.
Yeah.
So
then
there's this year.
original COPS date. There's the original COPS date, and then there's last time you lost status and last time you reinstated. And if they don't put all that down, I have to put it down, and I put it in green, which makes it wrong, makes it bad.
So if I change my goal weight again, which is I'm very close to changing it again, where do they fill it out on that form? Is there a
In
place
that
to
little
fill it
box
out,
on
or
the
do-
side, on the left-hand side, right-hand
they've
side.
already done it
Sorry,
once.
the right-hand side.
They've already done it once, so.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 lines on that box.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you can change it like 5 times.
In a way, and I don't see that chart,
No, but you can look at your chart. You can say, I want to see my chart.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody knows that.
Yeah,
Now we do.
Yep,
yeah,
we
it's
do.
your chart. You can look at it. You can't look at anybody else's, but you can look at yours.
Right.
Let me see my chart. How am I doing?
Mhm.
How many people do that? Say, what was I the first of the year, and what am I now? You know.
Yep. I'd be one
So-
to say, if I was still COPS, how much red is on my chart?
There's lots of red on my
Report
chart.
The same as your bank book?
It should be the same.
Back?
It should be
Right.
the same as your bank book, but some people don't use bank books.
Yeah, I've noticed
Oh, I didn't know
the
that.
chapter I was at,
Yeah.
only half the members use the bank books.
Yeah,
Oh,
some
wow.
do and some
Well, you
don't.
had
and-
to.
No,
Well,
you don't
Mom,
have
you
to.
taught me right. Good job.
I mean, to me, it's a lot. I go back through it and okay, I didn't do so well.
I just ordered
How
5
bad did I
more.
do?
5 more bank books.
I just got our new chapter kit. They don't have any bank books in there.
No, you have to purchase those.
We
Those are
have
not-
no money.
Those are not freebies.
I know, but
It's
there's
5
no
for
money.
it's 5 for $6 plus postage.
Yes. So we yeah. And what does your chapters do regarding, like, for the monthly certificates? You guys get pins, you guys get ribbons. Does anybody
Oh, we've done free dues, we've done ribbons, we've done pins. Right now, we're not doing anything for the best loser. We don't have the money
Right,
For the
nobody does.
for the month. Yeah.
What we do is we have, everybody brings in $1 gift, and we have a bag, and they all put the gifts. Some people wrap them up really nice and fancy. Some people just throw the gift in the bag. But $1 gift from everybody in the chapter, and
Mhm.
they get recognized that way. They sit there and open up their gifts.
Yeah, because when
That
I
could
first
be a lot of
joined,
gifts if you got 20, 30 people.
oh yeah, when I first joined, we were getting ribbons every month and every week even, and then it went to no ribbons, no nothing, just certificate. It's like, so I wanted to see what everybody else did.
In our chapter, if you're the best loser or topsy or whatever you call it, then or whatever.
Featherette. Some people are still doing featherettes.
Oh, I've never heard that one.
You get your dues back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
So that's
Yeah,
what
'cause
they
my
do.
previous chapter did the biggest loser during the weeks gets all the dues back, $5, and the runner-up gets $3.
Now
which
you
would
do
be
$5
$3.
a month dues?
That's, well, we're a chapter 4, so we're doing 2 because we have a 0 bank balance. We can't even open a checking account yet because we have no money.
But your
Yeah.
previous chapter was $5 a month?
Right, $1 a meeting. That's it. And from according to the chapter manual, that's about average.
Yeah, we're above average.
Yeah.
We're,
Yeah. Ours is $5 a month.
we're the tops of everything. Ours is $2 a week, so you're talking
what ours
either
is.
8 or 10 a month.
Right. So that's ours is $2 a week also.
And
Yeah.
they're still collecting it and we're not paying rent, so that treasury is building fast.
Oh heck yes.
We have separate dues for each tops and each cops. Tops pays Tops pays $8 a month and cops pays $6 a month.
Yep.
It used to be the cops only paid $4 a month, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, inflation.
In my area, we have people, chapters, everybody pays the same dues. And like on our previous chapter, cops did not pay dues. But that's not, because I had a chapter ask, do cops pay dues? Like, that's totally up to your chapter. I said, there's nothing, as far as I could tell, and we checked the manual, there's nothing that says from tops that's saying cops don't pay dues.
Right.
It's totally up to the chapter.
Yeah, but the cops, this was discussed, I don't know, on the Zoom, it was discussed before. I think it was Barb Katie was on, and she even said that cops participate in the meeting and they do the activities, so why would they be exempt dues?
Right.
And that makes total sense, you know?
Yes, it does. Yeah, I would think maybe bigger chapters are the one. Well, we used to be a big chapter. It's gone down now, but I'm finding that most chapters, everybody pays dues. Like you said, you participate, you pay the dues.
Well, now this
is
fun
only one cop, but now there's 9 cops in the group, so they have to pay their dues.
Right, otherwise there's no money coming in.
Right,
yeah. Yeah, I think it used to be a good incentive back in the day.
Right.
To get people to become cops is to be no dues.
Well, I'm hoping 3 out of 4 of our members will be cops by the time the end of August. So we would need to have everybody paying dues.
Yeah, we have the one cops. So she's never going to pay dues because she's always going to, if she loses, she's always going to be the copsy. So she's never going to, like, she pays her dues, and she lost the most for her cops, and she's the only cop, so she's going to get her dues back.
But why would you count cops losing weight in your plus net loss? Because they don't. It's just the tops.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. See, I don't know what the weight recorder and the assistant weight recorder is doing, because there's not a comfort level with talking with them with me.
Yeah.
And now I'm an advocate. So if I were to say anything, they're going to think advocate. So I have to wait until I go in to do the wellness.
That was my biggest problem with my last chapter. They couldn't separate me, the member, to me, the advocate.
Yeah, so when I go, I don't even know if they're using a COPS chart for her, because I will hear them once she weighs in, them trying to figure that stuff out.
Did she maybe step down from COPS? Has she stepped
Is she an official COPS?
She is. Is she?
Yeah, she's official. They send her papers and.
Sounds like training needs to happen.
Yeah, well, we gotta give it time, because we were like, we had big waves going on in our chapter. So they just now are calming down. So, and I will take care of it when I go in to do wellness check, but I'm gonna cause a big wave again.
Yeah, so, I don't like having to do those.
Yeah, but they need to make sure that her stuff is accurate and they're doing it correctly, so that she doesn't get caught up in not doing something. But that's how they're treating her now. So I don't know if they're putting her losses in, if they're keeping her totally separate. I don't know anything because I don't ask.
Yeah, right. Because in the resume, am I correct, Sharon? Nothing regarding the tops weight, the COPS plus or minus is accounted in the net loss or net gain, correct? Mm-hmm. It's just tops is counted.
Yep.
Yeah.
COPS is just leeway.
And if she has a gain, but she's still in leeway, it doesn't go red. It stays black.
It's always black.
Yeah. I have COPS notes. See, I've been taking stuff so that I have this, and I'll get all the, and then I just printed out the cops charts and things today because I'm like, I got to get in there and do stuff because I'm have this training on Saturday and I don't want to look totally stupid. You know? So I printed out some papers and I have in my briefcase to take, but so I'm just watching them because even the weight recorder and assistant weight recorder has had problems previously with members to the point that secretly I went through the back door and had Sharon look at her records because they were arguing with the member that she did not make this particular goal. In reality, she did. Then the weight recorder didn't even recognize her or apologize. The leader got wind of it. She comes to me. This is before I was advocate. She comes to me and she says, Julia, will you print out a certificate for blah, blah, blah for this? I said, sure. So we had this little recognition. Well, I had it already, but that member didn't show up to the meeting that week. So I just kept everything. So I'm sitting at the next week, the member was there. So I'm sitting and I always have my phone out because I have to have my phone out and they know that. So I have my phone out and I looked down and there was a text and it was from the treasurer saying, don't forget da 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 da. And I said, oh. So I got fumbled through my stuff. I got what I needed to get out. And then the leader was getting ready to close the meeting. I says, wait just a minute. I says, I got a text. I have to take care of something. And that, so then I presented the member with her award and that. The weight recorder said, wait a minute, they're not supposed to be texting you. They're supposed to be texting me. And she got real nasty there in the meeting. So I just let it go. I didn't say anything to her. My next Monday when I went to weigh in, I said, I just need to clarify something. I said, you see this text on my phone? Do you see who it's from? It's from one of our members. Nobody from corporate texts me. She's like, oh, okay. And I go, and I don't want your job. Yeah. So that's the person that's now dealing with the cops. So I can't go in as a member and say da 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 da. But when I go in for my wellness check, then I can, and I'm going to say to the leader, oh, this is what we need to fix. I'm gonna let the leader fix it. Yeah, that's her job.
I'm in a situation where I'm being told, check your chapter manual. I gave you a chapter manual, read your chapter manual, and it was so many years ago, and I didn't know even what COPS was all about, and I was handed a book that meant nothing to me. And now that I'm a COPS, yeah, I can use it. But I finally got her, please give me the manual. Let me borrow it. You have a copy that the members can borrow. I still go around in that manual. It's not clear. So you really
Sharon, would you email me your, wait, can I just copy the link and email it? Joyce wants to come on your Zoom, but I know she uses the link. See, I use the numbers. I key everything in.
Oh, the link's on your page. She just has to click on it.
So did people find that manual has holes in it?
I haven't found any yet.
Okay, so here's the deal with this. First off, COPS rules.
Okay.
Do COPS rules first. If you can't find the answer there, it might be in the manual. They don't put 100% of everything in either one, so you gotta like search.
So can I ask about the Providence, what that meant on page 61, what you talked about, Joanne?
61 of the manual?
Yeah, because I was told that was for if like an older person were to not be able to come to a meeting, it would cover.
Oh, you mean privileged?
Privileged?
Privileged, yeah.
That's for a COPS.
Yeah, she's a
so
COPS,
it's a COPS, and they just need a letter from the chapter saying why she can't attend meetings anymore. So say she's in a nursing home or she's homebound and she can't, but she still wants to be a TOPS member. She still has to keep her membership up.
Right.
So she still has to pay her membership, and then she becomes privileged and she does not weigh in anymore.
So do you necessarily have to be in a nursing home, not be able to make meetings? Like I have a situation where I have something pending where if this doctor does what he's going to do, I could potentially be, I would not even know how long I would be out. So what do you do with that? Do you go out on? That
would be something that would be a medical, not a privileged.
A medical
privileged is usually somebody has ended up in a nursing home and she's not coming out of the nursing home.
Oh, okay.
On her 2 feet.
And she can hang on to her status?
Well, yeah, she's still a member, she's still a COPS, but nothing is they're supposed to turn in a COPS chart for her and write across it privileged. So that goes to headquarters as privileged.
What if you have a COPS that can't get out of their house? Is that the same type of situation?
Because of a medical situation? Because if you've had, say you had, I don't know, hip surgery and you can't go anywhere for 3 months, that would be a medical. You would need a doctor's note saying that you can't attend for this time to this time. And when you come back, you got to be in leeway. So, you know, it's a tough one. Medicals are tough ones. And I have usually about three people a year that are on a medical for some length of time. They might be on prednisone, which makes you gain weight. They might be on a lot of IV fluids. They've been in the hospital and they're still on IV fluids. So, you know, stuff like that. So it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
I've been on prednisone 3 times since I joined TOPS. It sucks.
Yeah.
20 pounds.
I used to take prednisone quite often, and I'm not taking it anymore. It's messed up my adrenal glands now.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So it's not a good thing.
Yeah. So any other questions?
No.
And then I guess
it's been a quick hour.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And I want to do the read. Where is it? I printed out the new rededication from the newest magazine. We really like this one better than the Never Quit Pledge. I will close with that, and then I guess I'll see everybody on Sharon's in a half an hour.
In a half an hour.
And we will continue the lesson. Okay, today as I rededicate myself to TOPS goals and purposes, I pledge to forget my past mistakes and work toward a slimmer figure, to strive for fulfillment and attainment of my goal, to believe in the power I have over myself and my weaknesses, to lend a helping hand and a ready smile, to be a better person and a TOPS friend. This rededication symbolizes my commitment to make a new and fresh start from this day forward. I am an intelligent person. That is why I joined TOPS. I will control my emotions and will allow myself to move forward every day. I will remember every time I am tempted to find fault in myself, I will remember that I am the best that I can be. I love it.
Yeah.
So, but everybody, what?
They have me read this from my chapter.
Yep. We like this one.
We closed that with the chapter last week.
Good. They keep bringing stuff back from decades ago, and they're just so appropriate. So, everybody, I'll see you guys next Wednesday, or most of you I'll see in a half an hour.
All righty.
Okay.
Go take a potty break.
Yeah.